Good evening. Welcome to a world where belief dances, where faith roars through flames, and where ancient spirits walk among us. In the silent darkness of the coastal night of Karnataka, a fairy dance ignites the heart of thousands. A dance that is neither mere performance nor entertainment but a divine invocation. The drum beat like thunder, fire torches blaze, the air is thick with incense, and a man, adorned in shimmering silk, crowned with nature's garland, painted with sacred colors, becomes a god. Bhutakola, an ancient spirit worship tradition of Tulu Nadu, where man and deity unite, where ancestral spirits descend to communicate, console, and command. Bhutakola is not just a ritual, it is a living bridge between the mortal and the divine, a celebration of faith, justice, nature, and heritage. While much of Indian worships in temples with idols and sculptures, the people of Tamil Nadu gathers in open courtyards, sacred groves, and village streams to speak directly with their gods. Though dance, trance, and myth, Bhutakola tells stories of origin, power, betrayal, and protections, passed down from generation to generation. Here, on Stories with Meghu, we bring you this mystical journey into the heart of a tradition, where gods do not stay in heaven, they descend to dance among us. Let us now explore the sacred world of Bhutakola, its origin, rituals, deities, culture essence, and its renewed relevance in the modern age. The term Bhuta doesn't mean ghost in the Western sense. In the Tulu and Kannada culture, Bhuta refers to divine spirit, guardians, or ancestral beings who are venerated for protections and blessings. Kola refers to a festival or performance. Together, Bhuta Kola means a ceremonial invocation and celebration of spirit deities. This tradition predates classical Hinduism, rooted in animism and folk beliefs. It is believed to have evolved from pre-Vedic practices, where tribes worshipped natural elements, heroic ancestors, and forest spirits. Bhutakola thus represents the spiritual and cultural ethos of indigenous people, honoring the spirits that dwells in rivers, trees, animals, and land. It is practiced majorly in Dakshina Kannada, Udupi, and parts of Kasaragod in Kerala, forming a core spiritual identity for the Tuluba people. Bhutas are many. Their stories and forms vary from village to village. Some are mythological, others are historic figures turned divines. They are revered not through idol worship but through performance, song, and trance. Panjoli Devi, one of the most revered spirits, Panjoli is depicted as a wild boar deity, believed to be a manifestation of Lord Vishnu's Varaha avatar. He symbolizes righteousness, protect of land, and moral justice. His origin story speaks of a sacred beast that accidentally gave birth to a boar, who later descended to earth to serve and protect. Similarly, Gulika Devi. Gulika represents the destructive and protective power of Shiva. Fierce in appearance and fear in spirit, Gulika is often invoked for justice and punishment. He represents uncompromising dharma and is often paired with Panjoli. The ritual of Bhutakola. Bhutakola is a night-long event, often held annually at a family's or village shrine. The preparations begin days before with offering, music, arrangements, and community gathering. The central figure is the performer, known as the Patri or Naliki, often from hereditary family. These individuals undergo spiritual cleansing, fasting, and mental preparations before the event. He is not seen as a dancer, but as a medium who will be possessed by the deity. Elaborate and symbolic costumes are used. The performers wear colorful silk and sacred ornaments. A tall sambara made of areca palm leaves, Facial paints red, white, black or yellow to signify the Bhuta's natures, heavy jewelries and anklet. Each color, accessories and movement is a symbolic of Bhuta's nature, whether wrathful, benevolent or fierce. Accompanied by drums, trumpet and chanting, the performer enters a trance-like state. His steps becomes wild, eyes roll upward and voice changes. The transformation is dramatic, spiritual and often emotional. The Bhuta descends into the body and the man is no longer himself. He is the deity. Once possessed, the Bhuta listen to villagers. People come forward with personal problem, family dispute, crop concerns or community issue. The Bhuta guides, blesses, warns or punishes. His words are considered final verdict even beyond the law. He eats the offerings, mostly non-vegetarian foods and alcohol, symbolizing his earth-bound raw power. Bhutakola is not idol worship. It is a dialogue between the divine and the community. It emphasizes justice over law, unity with nature, ancestors' reverence, and equality. In Bhutakola, devotion is dynamic, dramatic, and direct, without priest or intermediaries. The divine is approachable, even if fierce. Until recently, Bhutakola remained largely unknown outside Karnataka. But the 2022 blockbuster film Kantara brought it into the national spotlight. Its final scene, showing the protagonist in trance as Panjorli, were visually stunning and spiritually electrifying. For many viewers, it was their first glimpse into the raw spiritual energy of the tradition. Kantara did not just popularize Bhutakola, it ignited curiosity about folk traditions, indigenous belief, and divine justice in a way never seen before. In modern spiritual practices, environmentalism is a later concern, but Bhutakola has always embodied nature at its core. Each Bhuta is tied to a tree, river, animal, or landform. Before cutting a sacred group or starting construction, villagers perform kola to seek permissions. If nature is violated, the Bhuta shows anger in the form of misfortune. Hence, Bhuta Kola also serves as an ecological protector, teaching generation to live in balance with nature. Bhuta Kola is more than a ritual. It is a living legacy of India's folk soul, a reminder that the divine is not limited to temple or scripture. It resides in forest, fire, song, and spirit, in a man who dares to become God for a night. In a world rushing towards modernity and materialism, Bhutakola calls us to pause, to remember the spirits of our land, the truth of our ancestors, and the sacredness of the soil beneath our feet. It is a testimony to the power of belief, the strength of culture, and the deep human desire to connect with the divine, not in silence, but in rhythm, flame, and sacred roar. Let us not treat Bhutakola as just a performance or cultural spectacle. It is a mirror to a world where faith walks barefoot, where gods listen, and where justice dances. In the stillness of the night, when the Bhuta speaks, the forest listens, the village listens, and the soul listens. This is Bhutakola. And if you like this story, do support our channel. Like, share, and subscribe to Stories with Me, where every story carries a soul and every soul hides a deeper truth. See you again with a new mystery, a new history, and a new divine tale. Namaskar, bye bye, and Jai Hind.